If you guys want to be in with a chance of winning a £25 Xbox or PlayStation gift card in my February giveaway, all you need to do is leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. Best of luck and enjoy the video. Hey guys, Ethan here, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys an unbelievably easy and effective way of making coins on FIFA 19. You need to buy the players I'll show you in this video as soon as possible because I guarantee they will make you loads of profit. It's as simple as that. So if you guys do enjoy the video, if you do, don't forget to leave a like on it, subscribe if you're new around here, and without further ado, let's go on into it. Now, as many of you guys may be aware, we've got a load of new transfer cards on FIFA 19, some of whom you can see on screen right now, and these are of course for players who've swapped clubs in the January transfer window. Now, we're going to be trading not with these new cards, but instead with their cards at their previous clubs, and that's for one very good reason. Those players are no longer available in packs. There's no more supply of them on the market, apart from the few that people may already have in their clubs. But in many cases, there's still going to be a big demand for these cards for a variety of reasons. Whether it be because that card is a good player in game and people may want to use them at their previous club for chemistry reasons, it may be because they're useful for an SBC, whether that be because of their high rating, which could make them useful for Team of the Week SBCs, for example, whether that be because they play for a club which is useful in a specific league SBC. There's still a lot of reasons for these cards to rise in price despite them no longer being in packs, and that's how supply and demand works. There's a decreased supply, there's still going to be a good demand, and these cards will rise in price in the future, I guarantee it. All you need to do is pick up some of the players I'll show you in this video, keep them in your club for a bit, and I guarantee you will make coins. It's as simple as that. So all you guys need to do is head on down into the description and click on the footbin link, which will take you to a whole page of loads of different transferred players. The majority of these are winter transfers, although there may be a few summer transfers that have sneaked in there, but we're just going to be looking for those winter transfers. So let's look at random. Let's go with Nathaniel Klein, for example. So he was obviously previously at Liverpool. Now, if we go and look at him, you want to find the previous club of this card. So he was obviously at Liverpool, and you just want to pick one up as an investment. That's all you need to do. Just pick the card up and store it in your club. In certain cases, you can pick up a few of them if you think that they've got the potential to rise up a lot in price. You can see already that the Bournemouth card is cheaper on the market than the Liverpool one, and that trend is just going to keep on expanding. The discrepancy in price between the two cards, you're going to see the Liverpool one getting more and more expensive, and you're going to see that Bournemouth one just drop in price really. So if you pick up a card like this, it's no longer going to be available in packs for the rest of this FIFA. So it's a very safe investment. There's no more supply going to be injected into the market with a card like this. So it's a very, very safe investment. He's not going to drop down in price. It's very, very easy. So you can just pick up a card like that and store it in your club and check back in like a week or two and he'll have risen in price. It's crazy how simple this is. Now, in some cases, you can mass invest in the cards if there's a specific reason you think will make them rise up massively in price. So if it's a player that could be, for example, vital to a specific SBC. So that, for example, could be Casilla, the goalkeeper from, if we can find him right here, from Real Madrid. So if we look at him, this card right here is currently very, very cheap, but he's transferred to Leeds. He doesn't actually have a transfer card available, I believe, at Leeds yet. Actually, he does. He's got one here. And he is the only keeper that people are really going to use for the Real Madrid SBC when you're doing the La Liga SBC, because no one's going to go and spend however much coins Keylor Navas is. I think he's about 25k or so. No one's going to go and spend that, since the SBC itself you can complete for just a little bit more than that anyway, if you go ahead and use someone like Casilla. So he's the only real option people are going to go with in that team. And the La Liga SBC is very popular right now because you get like 450k worth of packs for about, I think, a 300k SBC, and you also get a really good player in return. So you can mass invest in a player like this. You can pick up a lot of them because there's, as I've already said, there's going to be no more supply of a card like this coming onto the market. And you can just very safely get these cards with the peace of mind that it's not going to be an investment that's going to get ruined by anything really, because these cards are just going to get rarer and rarer and rarer, especially with a card like this that's going to get traded into SBCs. The amount of people that are going to use up these Casillas, he's just going to become such a rare card that you'll be able to make a lot of coins on him, and it's just so easy. So I'm just going to send these over here, and I'm expecting maybe like a week he'll be about maybe 2.5k. In a month's time, he could be like 4 or 5k. These cards get super rare super quickly. We've got other cards. We've got Murillo, for example. Now this one's a little bit random, but maybe, for example, this Murillo card. I know he still plays in the same league, which in this kind of case here, you generally find that the card in the same league doesn't really go up as much. But it's worth just picking up one of all these cards anyway, unless it's a card like that Casilla, which is a really good investment that you can pick up a lot of. But maybe someone will want to use Murillo with Gabriel Paulista at the back, for example. They might have Paulista, they might want a good centre back, and the next best centre back you can go with would be someone like Murillo. Maybe if Paulista gets an inform, for example, you're going to see this Murillo card rise in price. So it's worth, just for that kind of reason, picking up a couple of these types of cards, just one or two of each, just store them in your club, and it's super simple. But as I said, the safest way that's going to like make you the most coins is generally going to be with players who've swapped leagues, just because obviously if someone wants to use like Murillo in a La Liga team, they can still go ahead and use that Barcelona version. But this card I think can still rise up in price for the reasons I've already mentioned. Let's think of someone else, maybe Iborra, for example, who's now transferred to Villarreal. Previously he was playing for Leicester in the Premier League. Now this isn't a card that a lot of people will use in teams, however for SBCs he's still a card that I think people are going to use, and given that he's a Spanish player playing in the Premier League as well, that kind of mixes it up. It's quite good for hybrids and stuff, when you want to do like maybe like a hybrid league SBC that needs a fair few leagues in there, and you want a lot of players from one nation but in different leagues. So in a lot of these cases, to find the cheap players, you will just have to filter it down this kind of way here, and generally there aren't going to be any other players in that position. If you filter it down like this, you can find those players who have transferred. Now I don't think he's going to be too expensive, he's not. So we've got one for like 1k here, have we? 1k? Look at that. I could already flip this card for 1.4, but we've got a good deal there, and you can see these cards are just getting rarer and rarer on the market, and they're rising up a lot in price. So that's a nice deal there to pick up. I can store them in my club, and you just can sit on these cards. Just be patient. Like, you can just spend 100k or so, depending how many coins you've got. Just pick up like one of all these different cards, and you're good to go, really. Look, someone else, let's go with Sahin. Now, for example, people may use him for the SBC for Borussia Dortmund. He's a card that could be useful for that in the midfield. I believe they've also lost Rode. I think they lost two of their midfielders. So both of their Dortmund cards I reckon will rise in price, because a lot of people complete that Dortmund SBC. It's quite profitable. It gives you like a 45k pack for relatively cheap, I think. A lot of these league SBCs are popular right now, especially with the new promo we've got with these headliner cards, which are really popular. Loads and loads of people want to get them, and for that reason lots of people are doing these league SBCs. So he is from Turkey. I believe he's from Turkey, if I can find where Turkey is. Whereabouts is Turkey? I think I just went past it. No, it's down here. So we can get Turkey. I mean, I'm just going to show you guys a few examples. You can look at the entire list down below in the description, and you'll find so many players to do this with. You don't even have to find players who... Well, he's actually... he's already quite expensive. I'm not entirely sure why he is this expensive. If a player has gone up a lot, like Sahin seems to have done, then obviously you don't have to get them immediately. But yeah, that card is now like... Maybe he's a centre mid. Maybe I'm doing something wrong here. He's probably a centre mid. No, this card seems to have gone extinct. I don't know why. But that card's gone extinct. So that's an example there of how much these cards can go up. Like that's not been much time at all since he transferred. Let's look maybe at someone like Cesc Fabregas. Now this card is another one that's changed leagues. He's not the most usable of players. However, he is a card that you will see people use in league SBCs. And also just for SBCs in general. Now again, I think I'm going to have to filter it this way, but that Sahin one really surprised me. Like, he's gone up loads in price. That's crazy. I think, yeah, I was going to say maybe he transferred, maybe he wasn't at Dortmund, but yeah, he was. You guys saw there was obviously his Champions League card there. So let's look at centre mids and try and get ourselves a Fabregas. Now he's already gone up in price. I think he's a player that will go up a lot. Dembele is another example of a player that will do that. Dembele, I'm not sure if he has a Chinese Super League card yet, but I think when he does get one, he's going to go up in price with his old card, because Dembele is actually fairly popular on this game. A lot of people do use that card. Maybe less so nowadays. Maybe less so. Just because of the fact that people now have more coins, so can afford like better options, but still, nevertheless, I think this card, I mean, look how cheap it is. You've seen what's happened to Fabregas out of packs. He was around a similar price. Dembele down at 5k. Pick one up, if I can pick one up. There we go, we've picked one up. Just pick a card like this up, store it in your club, and it's really simple. I've already got one there, but these cards will rise. Like, you'll easily see Dembele go up to being maybe like 7 or 8k, literally within the space of about a week of this card going out of packs. You've got Morata, who's now gone to Atletico Madrid. He's another one. You can simply go ahead and just get one of his cards. That's all you need to do. Just get one of these cards at his old club, maybe like a couple in this case here, because there aren't that many, if you think about it, there aren't that many 83 rated strikers in the Premier League on Ultimate Team that are affordable. Like, you've got Jesus, who's a little bit more expensive. I think he's about that 3k mark because he's still a fairly popular player. And I'm struggling to think of any other players that people would use regularly in SBCs. Morata is one of those players. So Morata is the type that I'd pick up a few of. There's also the chance that maybe someone like Hazard is going to win Player of the Month, and Chelsea players will rise in price because of that. So someone like Morata you can just mass invest in. As you guys will probably know, he has gone to Atletico Madrid. So this card is no longer going to be in packs pretty shortly. So it's another really safe one to pick up. Just still one in the club. And in this case here, it's a card I think really could go up. I'm going to send a few over to my transfer list. So these are just a few examples. I think the ones you want to mass invest in are those cards which stand out as being quite unique. Cards who've gone to a new league where there aren't many other options in that position, in that specific league, either for SBCs, maybe for that specific club for SBCs as well, if that's for a league SBC, or just for a really good player. There may not be particularly many good players in a certain position in a certain league, for example. Let's look at one final player, and that's going to be Pepe. He transferred quite some time ago, so this card will have already gone up in price, so we may not be getting any cards here, but we can just have a look at the market really and see what's happening with Pepe. So he's already relatively expensive. If we quickly check here, yeah, so you're looking at 15k for this version, and then I'm not sure at all what his Besiktas card will be going for. I think it's Besiktas. You can see that, I mean, previously that card was like 10k. He's transferred, and can you see one now for 20k? I can't. He's gone up so much. And people would use that card, linking him into Quaresma with that hyperlink. He was really common in SBCs. He's gone up from being like under 10k to now being like 20, 25, 26k. Look at that increase. That is what we're talking about. Like, that's Pepe, and that's taken about a week for him to go up that much. If you look at someone like Fabregas, if you look at Dembele, that same thing can happen. You just need to look through and specifically try and... I'd pick up one of everyone, at least one of everyone. But if you see someone who's swapped leagues, who's quite high rated, so could be good for SBCs, or maybe is quite unique and important for a certain league SBC for their club, go ahead and pick up like 5, 6, 7 of them, depending on your budget, depending on your transfer list size. Just pick up a lot of that card because you really can make a lot of coins. These are just a couple of examples that I've shown you guys, honestly just a handful. Look on Footbin, there's so many. Look at transfers that have happened, not all of them have been added onto Ultimate Team yet. Look at Batshuayi, for example. I don't think he's got a transfer card. If you think of all the like recent kind of deadline ones, think of ones also that maybe there haven't been league SBCs for those certain leagues, and you can pick up players which, when a league SBC comes out, those cards will go up. So Batshuayi, for example, let's pick one of him up for cheap because he's going to have a Crystal Palace card soon. So get that one, store it in the club, and this card it's not going to be on the game pretty soon. So that's another example. I've shown you guys a lot. No need to like drag this video out. It's a pretty simple concept, which hopefully you guys have grasped now. Hopefully you can go and make a lot of coins by investing in these cards. There's no risk at all. Because there's no more supply of these cards, given they're no longer in packs to their previous club, they're only going to rise. And in some cases, they're going to rise more than others for the reasons I've stated, whether it's a really good player, whether it's a player that's going to be really good for a league SBC, or whether they're just quite high rated and could be good for SBCs in general. And also if the player has moved to a new league, that's definitely going to influence their price in a positive manner. It's going to rise up and it's going to make you guys coins. It's so simple. Look at the list, buy one of every player. If it's a really good investment, pick up a few of them, and I guarantee you will make coins. The more coins you have, the more coins you'll make, but you're basically just printing free coins. Go and buy these players, store them in your club, forget about them for a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so, and then sell them, and you'll make a lot of coins. So I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on it. I believe this is my first video of February as well. I did a live stream yesterday, so we're starting the giveaway. I didn't do a giveaway last month. I don't like to spam the giveaways all the time. But we did a giveaway back in December, took a month off. We're doing a giveaway again now for a £25 or £20 gift card, not 100% sure what it is, on either console. And to be entered into that, all you need to do is leave a like on the video, leave a comment down below and subscribe. I'll be running this on all the videos in the month, at the end of the month, and then pick one of those videos, one of those comments, and that person is going to be winning. So, if you guys enjoy, leave a like. Let me know down below anything else you want to see in the future on the channel, whether that be trading, squad builders, whatever. Let me know, because at this current time of the game, I'm not sure if people are that into trading, because I think a lot of people have a lot of coins now. We've got FUT Champions and all that gives people a lot of coins, a lot of rewards. So I'm not sure. So let me know any suggestions like that down below in the comments. And I'll catch you guys later. Take care.